What's up, my Beastfarers? Beastfar1 here. Welcome to a game called What Would You Do If? This is a little like browser game in the vein of like it's like Google Feud a little bit, but not really. So what this does, it gives you a hypothetical situation and then you have choices to pick from. So it's like, what would you do if you were, I don't know, if you were the opposite gender? Would you do this, this, or this? And then you have to pick one. So it seems pretty simple. You'll get it if you don't, as we go along. So what would you do if you were locked in a high school and given the choice to kill up to 2 people? What? This is an intense first choice. Don't kill and wait to die. Try to kill and end up being killed instead. Kill people and get away with it. I don't want to kill anyone. Killing that's the obvious one for me. Whoa, really? Kill people and get away with it? People are like messed up, dude. Try to kill and end up being killed instead. So I was like in the middle there. That's really weird. I didn't expect that to be the middle of choice. What would you do if you could get away with committing any crime? Steal $1 from every account in the world. Become Batman. Become Batman, please. I don't care if that wasn't the majority. I want to become Batman, please. What would you do if you could transform into anything? Pull pranks on people, use it for justice or personal use. I use it for justice, man. Do it for good. Do it for the people. But other people seem to want to do it for personal use. I mean, like, I don't blame them. Like, if you had that ability, like, and you first like figured out about it, then you'd be like, whoa, I wonder what I could do with this. And then you just like go around like town wreaking havoc on whatever. I don't know what people do with superpowers. What would you do if you and your significant other switch bodies for a day? This is the stuff I would. This is the thing I said before. I would live a day in their life, because like it's really hard to, like, when you're in a relationship, it's sometimes hard to figure out what one person is going through from the other. So having that would be kind of like I think a middle ground. What would you do if you were the last person on Earth? Steal all the food everywhere, live a different life every day in different homes, or retreat to the wilderness? Ooh, I'm gonna be Bear Grylls up in here. Steal all the food. I would be pretty full after. Live a different life every day in different homes. I would want to retreat to the wilderness, because like it's like, oh, Bear Grylls style. Or if I was the last person on Earth, would it be stealing then? Because I'm the last person, and like technically everything's mine now, so I'm gonna steal all the food. Why not? I'm a hungry guy. I'm a pretty hungry guy. What would you do if no one ever took you seriously? Live like a fool, become an internet celebrity, or do your best to appear intelligent? I'm already an internet celebrity. Yeah, all right. Do your best to appear intelligent. I'm gonna do my best to. That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing. Doing my best to appear intelligent. Because I'm not really. What if you had 1.2? What would you do if you have $1.2 trillion? Buy Apple, buy Microsoft, or buy YouTube? I'd buy Apple. I would invest in Apple, because you know that Apple is growing significantly. You know, they're always releasing like a new iPhone that bumps up significantly. If I bought YouTube right now, that wouldn't, with the way it is right now, it wouldn't really be that smart of a choice. So, all right, next one. What would you do if you only had 24 hours left to live? Tell my friends and family I love them. That's the pretty obvious one. And 68% agree. What would you do if you could sell your soul to the devil? Don't. Don't do it. Don't, please. What would you do if you could fly? Explore the world, use this ability just for fun, commit robberies and escape from the police? I'd explore the world, dude. Like, that's free transportation. Fly yourself there. You don't need no plane, you don't need no freaking drone to take you there. No, just fly by yourself. What would you do? What would you do if you were gifted immortality? Watch the world die, make money on long-term investment, fight crime forever. I don't know. I'd make money on long-term. I'd fight crime. If I'm gonna be Batman, then I might as well fight crime forever. If I'm immortal, of course. Is Batman immortal? I don't think so. There might have been some canon thing in like the comics, but I don't read those. What would you do if you could see people's chat and website history over the past 7 days above their head? Work for the FBI, become a social genius, find weird things and whisper, I do that too. That's the creepy option right there. Become a social genius or work for the FBI. How many people work for the FBI? Oh, really? Middle ground. Become a social genius. I do that too. I look at people eating sandwiches too. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something. What would you do if all of your windows and doors leading outside were suddenly locked? Try to unlock them, of course. I want to get out of there. Freaking, I'm a claustrophobic kind of guy. What would you do if you woke up with no memory of the last 24 hours and a body next to you? Turn yourself into the police, dispose of the body, leave body, and go to Mexico. I mean, if I had no memory of it, then I'd be pretty scared, but also I would want to know what happened. Because I would turn myself into the police. Because like they're the ones that like know. They're the ones that can figure that out the most. And if I have no memory of it, then I'm of no help. So the best thing to do is to turn it over to the authorities. Why don't you? What would you do if you woke up alone on a cruise ship? Eat everything at the buffet, try to steer it to shore, set stuff on fire. I mean, first I'd eat everything and then I'd steer it to shore. But in terms of what I would generally do, I would try to steer it to shore. Really, everybody, I would eat at the buffet first and then try to steer it to shore because like I cannot waste that opportunity to eat all the food at a buffet because like, have you seen lines for buffets sometimes? Jeez, they're crazy, they're insane. What would you do if you were given the opportunity to start your own nation? Legalize everything, create a communist and capitalist society. If I was given, I would give it to someone else. I am no position to start my own nation. I can't take that initiative, so let someone else have it. Apparently everyone else agrees. They don't have that kind of responsibility, and neither do I. What would you do if you could time travel only once? Go back in the past, go to the future, or stay in present time? Huh. I mean, the past is the past. Like I don't want to dwell on it too much. Future would be cool. Stay in the present time would be like, like that kind of be kind of boring. So I would go to the future. Ooh, it was kind of split there. People would stay in present time. Past and future were pretty close too. Wow, all right. So I'm curious, if you guys picked stay in present time, why did you pick that? I'm not saying it's like a bad choice or anything. It's just like I'm genuinely curious. What would you do if you were able to travel back in time and attend a live concert from one of these bands? Jimi Hendrix, Joy Division, Nirvana. I'd say Nirvana. 68% Nirvana. Jimi Hendrix is a great dude. Oh, I clicked something. I didn't know what I clicked on. It's the same question. Okay. What would you do if you found yourself in possession of an illegal firearm? Keep it for protection, murder someone or a number of people, turn it into the police. I'd turn it into the police. Cause like, well, like, even if you use the gun for protection, that's not really, it's still risky. It's still very risky. So I turn it into the police. What would you do if, like, you could have like, at least like maybe a pocket knife. What would you do if a serial killer breaks into your house? Hide and hope they don't find you. Sacrifice your sibling, fight back. Like the one thing that you should do, like, don't fight back. Don't fight back. You should hide always and like try to wait the situation out. I mean, like it's a possibility that they could kill you, but then like if you fight back, that's like quicker. What would you do if you took over the media and its money? Go on a shopping spree, don't use fake news and stories, take over the world! Take over the world, Pinky! What are we gonna do today? What we always try to do, Pinky. Or whatever it is. I wouldn't use fake news. Because fake news is a growing trend in news outlets, online, even in print. I don't read much print, but when I do. What would you do if you were fired from your job? Move on with your life, spiral into a deep depression, swear revenge on your boss. If I was fired from my job, like it's a sad thing. But you have to kind of like pick yourself up from that. And to some people that's easier said than done. But if you have the qualifications, then, and if you're passionate about what you do, then it shouldn't really be too hard to find that job. Again, like, this is easier said than done, but just move on, dude. Move on. That's the one thing you should do. What would you do if you suddenly got the look of a monster? Stay home for the rest of your days, kill yourself, or go outside and scare people? I would scare the crap out of people, dude. If it was close to Halloween, that would be the best coincidence. The best coincidence. What would you do if you found the answer sheet to an important test? I would just hand it into the teachers. That's like, sure, keep it for yourself, but then like, would you really feel accomplished about it? It helps, like, if you study it, then that's great, then you'll do great. But if you don't, then that's your responsibility, and you have to kind of live with it. That's what I've learned. What would you do if a cockroach relaxed on the ceiling while you were showering? Knock it down and squash it, ignore it, conclude the shower. I would be out of there. I would be, nope, no, cockroach, no. I am not an insect person. Cockroaches, I saw them while I was in the Philippines. One crawled up my leg. I'm terrified. Terrified for life. What would you do if you encountered an alien? Try to kill the alien, try to reason with the alien, or run away? I'm not too keen on aliens, to be honest with you. I mean, I would love to talk to the aliens, so maybe I'd try to reason with it. Talk to the aliens. Why not? Maybe they speak our language. Maybe they have satellites pointing at our planet to hear our language. Who knows? I don't know. What would you do if you attended the noble banquets and had to eat as respectable as possible using only either? I'd say a spoon is more diverse. A fork is like, it has less surface area, but it's good at picking up like meat, like chicken. But like a spoon, like you could just scoop everything up. I'd do a spoon. What? My fork? What the fork? What would you do if you walked into your room and saw yourself sitting in your chair surfing on the computer? Walk out hoping it'll disappear, say something, get a new life while spying on your clone. What? I would, that's pretty weird. If there's no reasoning for it, I'd walk out, hoping it'll disappear. Really? I mean, saying something would be pretty cool. Okay, now that I think about it, it would be pretty cool. I changed my answer to the second one. What would you do if you appeared on television as a criminal? Hide, turn yourself into the police, murder everyone. On television, I mean, everything on television is staged, like on like crime shows. If I murder everyone, does that mean like I actually kill them, or it's like the use of special effects? I would turn myself in. I would do that. Many people would hide. Maybe they picked hide because it was in like caps. I don't know. What would you do if you could choose one of the three options? Choose the second, choose the third, choose the first. Oh man, this is like the hardest one ever. Oh jeez, dude, this is difficult. This one's a toughie. I would choose the third. Wow, people chose. I was in not the majority. Interesting. What would you do if the internet disappeared? Watch TV again, go outside, nerve-wrackingly restart the modem all day. I mean, realistically, the last one. Or go outside. Like, if that doesn't work, then go outside the next day. All right, I'm gonna leave this last question to you guys. What would you do if you were the strongest person alive? Protect the innocent, join a circus, or impress everyone at the beach gym or parties? Protecting the innocent is a good thing. If you join a circus, you'll be strong bad. And impressing everyone at the beach gym or parties, not too bad either. So let me know in the comments below. And thank you all so much for watching this video. Like, comment, share with a friend, consider subscribing, hit the bell to become a notifier. And until then, fight the beast, my friends. Stay awesome. Have a great day. See you all next time. Bye.